Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. I guess we can get started whenever courtroom 2 or ACDC is ready for us.
Okay. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Ms. Greenhouse. Appreciate you being here with us today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Judge, can I ask a question?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. I'm Jenny Mason. I received a notice for today in the Leandro Bonilla Mora case. I believe it's maybe positions 7 and 8. I don't represent the defendant, but I do represent the surety in the case. Oh, I just got a message from your clerk. I was going to ask if that motion was going to be heard today, but it doesn't sound like it is.
The defendant was released on June 14th.
Okay, so the pending motion
Would need to be heard
in front of the assigned judge.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, that's what I thought. Didn't want to not show up. Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Officer Milton. Let's see. I don't think we have courtroom 2 on with us, and I don't know if any of the public defenders. Oh, yes, I see Mr. Misogydan. Who do we have there?
We have Shanteria Wilkerson on she refused. Let me get my paperwork.
Good morning, Judge. Both PDs are here. We're here in the jail courtroom, but they haven't got the Zoom going on the computer here in the jail courtroom.
He should.
Okay, good morning. Thank you. And you need to, Officer Milton,
Yes.
who is this that we're
Position-
seeing?
Oh, Wilkerson, position 46.
Okay, Mr. Misogydan, do you need to speak with Ms. Wilkerson?
Yes, Your Honor. I haven't had an opportunity to speak with her
I'm
yet.
sorry.
She refused.
Okay.
to come.
Yes, 2 o'clock.
She refused.
That's
Miss
I-
Wilkerson
I don't-
refused, so that's not Miss Wilkerson who's seated right now.
Contact
No,
Holt
this
and
is Miss.
go to their website.
They,
Contact- Yes, they can give you that.
Okay, so we will reset Ms. Wilkerson. When would you like to reset her until council?
Your Honor, I think 1 week should be enough. I think that's the 24th.
Okay, reset position 46 to 624.
Your Honor, I will say 624, and I'm just speaking for the SG's office. 624 has like 50 positions on it. 626 has about 39. So I don't know if 624 is full or
We
if
object to 6.
well,
Okay, thank you, Ms. Fox. 626. I know that the 19th is throwing everyone off, and so this calendar and the next calendar Tuesdays will be heavy than normal. Okay, thank you. So we'll set Wilkerson position 46 to 626. All right, and this is position number 6. Is that right, Ms. Beatty? Good morning. Yes, ma'am. Is this Miss Autumn Beatty? Is that correct? Yes. Thank you. I don't see an announcement for Miss Beatty, nor do I see that she's represented by a conflict.
Your Honor, that's my mistake. I'm trying to confirm right now, but I believe that Ms. Beatty should have been reset for the competency calendar on, I believe, 6/26. I'm trying to get confirmation from Mr. Bartels very quickly.
Thank you. We can go to position 9 and 10, Ms. Bush.
And she is not on the announcement list either.
Miss Bush is supposed to be a conflict.
Okay,
All right. Next one is Jenkins, position 32. Ms. Jenkins, have a seat there.
this is going to be a waiver.
Yes, Judge, that is correct.
Okay, Ms. Jenkins, good morning. Your case will be returned to the division judge. You'll get notification of your next hearing date, ma'am. Thank you. Have a good day.
Your Honor, just to circle back to positions 9 and 10, I didn't see an entry of appearance from the conflict public defender's office. Are they aware that they're the conflict on that case?
When Miss McLeod arrives, I will inquire, and if she's not, I'll see if she what she wants to do with the case at that point. Thank you, Miss Fall.
Thank you.
So,
Anyone else that we can take at ACDC?
yes, Your Honor. Position. Oh no. Position 34, Denise Laney.
My understanding that Miss Laney is going to be reset as well.
Okay.
Is that right, counsel?
Yes, Judge, we had asked for a 1 week reset for miscellaneous.
Okay, let's reset her to 6/26 as well.
Your Honor. Attorney Massageddon, can
Yes.
you give me the rundown of who we don't need so I can take them back?
Okay, I will send that to you in an email.
Okay, thank you.
Can we do position number 50 in courtroom too, Mr. Youngblood?
Okay, so who do we have in courtroom 2?
That's position 50, James Youngblood. It should be a plea.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Youngblood. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You can place your hand down, sir. Good morning, Mr. Siraka.
Good morning, Judge. The state's recommendation for this position is 12 months served 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. That is from June 3rd, 2025 to present, balance probated, BHET, 40 hours community service, and stay away from Publix at 3330 Piedmont Road, Northeast in Atlanta. We ask the defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
And defense so stipulates that is our understanding of what the state's offer was. Mr. Youngblood does intend to plead guilty.
Okay. Mr. Youngblood, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003137G, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Youngblood. When you complete the terms, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and have to pay those fees, okay?
Okay, all right.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
All right, all right.
Before we
Position
move 36,
Parker, Jordan Parker.
and that is also going to be a negotiated plea, is that correct?
Yes, Judge, that is correct.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Parker. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay. Say it again for me, please. Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Mr. Siraka.
Thank you, Judge. The state's recommendation for this case is 12 months served 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. That is from June 3rd, 25 to present, balance suspended. Stay away from the core at Lindbergh Apartments at 741 Morosco Drive in Atlanta. And that is all. We ask the defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
And defense so stipulates that is our understanding of what the state's offer was, and Ms. Parker does intend to be guilty this morning.
Parker, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003151Y, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yeah. They
Are
had
you-
woke me up outside of their apartment.
ACDC, I'm having a difficult time hearing this morning, so if they can, she can either scoot up or we can.
Yes.
Okay, so it's my understanding that you'd like to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that right?
It's really
Ms. Greenhouse, are you able to get this? I want to make sure. Okay, so we are having difficulty. ACDC, I'm not sure how we can.
Your Honor. If it was so
Yes.
you would have. No, I believe it. You know, I had to say it.
Okay, so you yes or no? Do you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass?
Yes.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Okay.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
So
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
yeah.
Has anyone forced you? Has
I
anyone
already-
forced?
No.
So no one has forced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Good luck to you, Ms. Parker.
Position
welcome.
40 and 41, Putnam.
Okay. Before I take 40 and 41, Ms. McLeod, are you with me?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Yes, good morning. I just want to make sure that I have all of your cases covered this morning, and there's some that I'm not sure of. I have that you are representing positions number 1, 3, 33, and possibly 9 and 10.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Amy, my understanding is that he has been released. He's in position 1. But I'm not sure. But that was
Okay.
my understanding. And
Yes, I have.
Yes. I have not spoken with all of them yet, Your Honor. I've only spoken to Ms. Bush so far.
Okay, and 3, 33, and 9 and 10, are those your cases?
You take a look.
Or I just want to make sure that we get them all so that I
Mr.
can let the
Baker,
jail
number
know.
3 is my client. 3, and you said 33?
Yes.
Mr. Kelcott? Randy Kelcott. I don't recall Mr. Kelcott.
He was not on the PD's list of having interviewed. Do we need a conflict attorney for that case?
Your Honor, my understanding is Mr. Clicquot was released on 6/10.
Okay.
It was a PD client, though.
Okay, very good. And what about 9 and 10? Jessica Bush?
Jessica Bush. Yes, Your Honor. Jessica Bush is my client.
Have you had the opportunity to speak with Ms. Bush?
I just spoke to her.
Okay. So any other cases this morning?
Not that I can think of, but I'm available because I have nothing on my calendar this morning except SAP.
Okay, thank you, Ms. McLeod. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Okay, so who do we have in courtroom 2?
40 and 41, Putman.
And this is going to be a waiver, is that right?
No, Your Honor, this should be a negotiated plea.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Putnam. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You can place your hand down, sir. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Judge, for the criminal trespass, 12 months to serve 26 days, credit for time served 13 days. That is from, there was one date of service there that was on December 11th, 2024. And then subsequently from June 6th, 2025 to present, balance probated, 40 hours community service, and stay away from 2647 Paul Avenue, Northwest Atlanta. And upon pleading guilty to this charge, the position 41, the FTA, would be null prost. We ask the defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
And defense so stipulates that is our understanding of what the state's offer was. Mr. Putman does intend to plead guilty this morning.
Mr. Putman, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 008079D, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Putman. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation. Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Position 24, Willie Gilbert.
Also a negotiated plea. Good morning, Mr. White.
Good morning, Judge. That's correct.
Good morning, Mr. Gilbert. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Vaughn.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on the willful obstruction is 12 months served, 30 days. Credit for time served, 15 days. Balance probated, $300 fine, and stay away from 988 Hank Aaron Drive in Atlanta. We do agree with non-reporting upon payment of the fine.
Mr. White?
Your Honor, we just asked that you accept the pleas negotiated. We would ask to convert the fine to 30 hours of community service.
No. Okay, anything?
Nothing, Judge.
Nothing from the state.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Gilbert, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003128E, you wish to plead guilty to willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Gilbert, I'll have you do 30 hours of community service as opposed to the fine. And when you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go to a non-reporting status. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome. Who do we have next?
Are we ready to do Ms. McLeod for, position 9 and 10 for Ms. McLeod, or is she interviewing?
Ms. McLeod, are you with us? Okay. This is position 9 and 10, Ms. Bush. Good morning, Ms. Bush. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Speak up a little for me or get a little close. All right, very good. I can hear you now. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Bush. You can put your hand down. Thank you. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. If you'll just give me a moment, I'm kind of multitasking, so I'm sending off a felony upgrade on SEA. Okay, Ms. Bush. All right, Your Honor, on Ms. Bush's case, the criminal trespass, the state's recommendation is 12 months served 24 days, credit for time served 12 days. Balance suspended, stay away from Chelsea Gardens located at 2135 Godby Road, apartment 34512. The time calculated is from October 13th to October 14th of 2023 and June 8th of 2025 until today. On the second position, the state will agree to no cross upon the acceptance of this plea. We do ask the defense stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all.
We do so stipulate.
Ms. Bush, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 006187C, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Okay.
Say it again for me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Bush. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Add on position number 5, Mr. Ellis.
Milton?
And what are we doing with Mr. Epps this morning?
Mr. Epps, Mr. Epps is pleading not guilty and would like a bond hearing before Your Honor this morning.
Okay. Let's see. Who do we have on from Ms. Washington? Good morning. May I get Mr. Epps's history, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Just give me one moment.
Okay.
In Georgia, there is a hold for probation violation. The warrant date is April 7th of 2025, and that's with Atlanta. There are 12 arrest cycles in Georgia. The last arrest appeared to be October 10th of 2022 for an aggravated assault out of College Park. No disposition is listed. Also, out of Clayton County, there was an arrest in 2021 for a battery. That case appeared to be dismissed. There was an FTA in 2015. There was also a battery from 2014 that appeared to be no pros out of Fulton County. And there are also arrest cycles out of Arkansas for a DUI in 2023. No disposition was listed. Nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. As you've heard, the defendant is currently serving on a probation violation under 24 SC 003809. He also currently has a $5,000 surety bond for the battery, family violence, 2 counts, cruelty to children in the 3rd degree, and simple battery, family violence. That bond was given by Judge Law. And the basis for the bond was that the defendant had 13 cycles, as well as the probation hold that was currently outstanding. The facts of this particular case, Your Honor, this incident happened on February 24th of 2025. And on that date, the defendant officers went to 1991 Deloe Drive, Southwest in Atlanta. They spoke with Miss Jasmine Chacon, who stated that she and her daughter had gotten home, saw her boyfriend, the defendant, had thrown her daughter's belongings around. She confronted him. They argued. He kept getting in her face. She shoved him, and then he grabbed her by the hair, started hitting her in the face, and she sustained a large scratch to her forehead, a scratch under her chin, and abrasions to her right hand. The child, who is 6 years of age, witnessed the incident, and when she called the police, the defendant fled. As you've heard, the defendant has 13 cycles. This includes a particular concern, I believe, to Judge Law was the fact the defendant had a previous 2014 battery that was null-prossed, a probation violation, failures to appear in 2015, a battery that was dismissed in 2021, an aggravated assault charge in 2022 that is pending, that he was sentenced on in the 2024 case. So I believe that was the judge's basis for giving that $5,000 surety bond, particularly given he was on probation for aggravated assault when he committed this new offense. We do ask that the bond remain as set. We also would like to sound for the victim in this case, which is Miss Jasmine Chacon, if she is here.
If Ms. Chacon is here and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Does not appear so. Yes, Mr. Masajedin.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Epps is 30 years old and is a lifelong resident of the city of Atlanta. All of his family resides here, including both of his parents, his siblings, his cousins. Your Honor, he does reside at 1991 Deloe Drive, which is the incident location. The specific apartment that the incident was at is apartment E3. Mr. Epps resides at apartment M4. The alleged victim, Ms. Chacon, no longer resides there at that apartment, but Mr. Epps would return. That is where he is listed at under his probation and where he needs to check in for his probation. It's my understanding that as part of the recent hearing that he went for his probation violation, the judge there did not have any problem with Mr. Epps returning or lifting a stay away order, as Ms. Chacon is not residing there at Deloe Drive any longer. Your Honor, Mr. Epps is employed as an electrician. He works for Titan Electric. He's a high school graduate and is currently in school to become a certified electrician through the IBEW. He's got 1 year under his belt, 3 more years to go, but is still working as an apprentice. Your Honor, he's a father to 2 young children, which he does share custody of. They're 8 years old and 3 years old, and attends church regularly at Mount Carmel Baptist Church. Your Honor, we understand that he does have the battery cycles. However, it was a null pros and a dismissal. Your Honor, he is under first offender probation for the aggravated assault, which he did go recently before a judge to have his violation of probation addressed. I believe his probation was revoked for 90 days. That was just 5 days ago that was decided on. Mr. Epps presently has a $5,000 bond that he cannot afford. He's indigent. He's represented by the public defender. And Your Honor, at this time, we would ask that the bond be cut down to $2,000.
And Your Honor, I will state I am reading the order on the probation revocation. It makes no mention of the defendant of a stay away being lifted, and that would primarily be because the incident that involved the aggravated assault did not involve the same victim. It actually involved a different female by the name of Brianna Tucker. So the probation revocation makes no mention. It is silent regarding whether the defendant can or cannot return to that location. And that's mainly because that was not a part of his original probation sentence.
Thank you. I don't think that the fact that he violated his probation and has been given 90 days because he violated his probation helps him with this matter, counsel. As such, I don't see that there's any change of circumstance in a positive way that has affected this bond. As such, I'm going to leave it where it is.
Understood.
Good luck to you, Mr. Epps. Counsel Flagum, do you have business before the court this morning?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry for my tardiness. I had it on for 9:30. I represent a bonding company on State v. Michael Davenport. He was listed as position 13 on the SAP calendar.
Okay, his case has been returned to the division judge, or will be returned to the division judge. He'll get notice of his next hearing date. So,
Judge, we were essentially was he in custody? If the court doesn't mind me asking.
yes.
So
Is that
Judge,
right, Ms. Falk? Yes.
we filed a motion for relief of liability on the bond. I understand if the court wants me to go before Judge Taylor for this, but essentially we agreed to pay all costs of housing him and returning him to the jurisdiction, and prayed for relief on we're essentially just trying to come off the bond. So I didn't know if the court would.
I'm going to let Judge Taylor decide.
Okay.
So I'll return it to his the entire case to Judge Taylor.
Thank you, Your Honor. That does
Okay.
conclude my business with the court.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Number 45, Mr. White.
Yes, and what are we doing with Mr. White this morning?
Excuse me. Mr. White is pleading not guilty today, and we're asking to be heard on bond.
Okay, waiver will be filed. And yes, Ms. Washington, may I get the history, please?
What position? I heard white, but I didn't.
45 I have, or it could be different on y'all's sheet though.
45 is correct.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second, Your Honor. I'm sorry. There are 4 arrest cycles. The last arrest was in 2023 for aggravated battery. No disposition was listed. There was an arrest in 2024 for a probation violation regarding a driving while license suspended out of Bibb County. And there appears to be a hold out of Lawrenceville, Virginia, for an FTA. It doesn't say what the case is regarding. And that warrant date was from 2022. Nothing further.
Thank you, Mr. Sirocco.
Thank you, Judge. So this incident took place May 27th, 2025 at 80 Jesse Hill Junior Drive in Atlanta. It's the Grady Memorial Hospital. Law enforcement responded to the ER room to investigate a disturbance. And the officer made contact with the victim, in this case, Kenyatta Hillman, who explained that the defendant, a stranger to him, came to the ER room for medical treatment. While waiting for treatment, defendant he went to the restroom and then began to take a bath, wash his clothes. When he was told he couldn't do that by Corporal Mays at the location, the defendant stated he was going to F them up to Corporal Mays and Hillman. The defendant then began to put hands on both, grabbed his cell phone, and when he was told to leave his property, became irate. There was a struggle. Defendant struck Kenyatta Hillman with a closed fist, grabbed him by the collar and pulled him into a wall. Hillman sustained a swollen black left eye and had to be evaluated by Grady for a possible concussion for this. And the defendant was arrested on site. As you heard, there you have that hold out of Lawrenceville, Virginia from 2022. There's an FTA from 2020 out of Maryland. I saw as well 2022 FTA from Georgia. And you heard about the recent arrest for open aggravated battery. That's out of Monroe County. That was from December of 23. And I'm not sure if this was mentioned, but there's also a willful obstruction out of Butts County from 2024. So there is a flight risk here. He does have an presumably open violent case out of Monroe County. And I think that was Judge Law's concern when she set this bond. It's currently a $1,500 surety. The state is asking for those reasons it remain as set. And we would sound for the victim in this case, Kenyatta Hillman, at this time.
Mr. Hillman's on the line and wishes to address the court. Now's your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Yes, Mr. Masajuddin.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. White is 26 years old. He is originally from Baltimore, Maryland, but has been living here in Georgia for the past 4 years. He has a good address at the address on file off of Campbellton Road. And prior to his arrest, he was employed working at the K-Source warehouse as a forklift driver. Your Honor, he's a high school graduate with a couple of years from the Baltimore City Community College under his belt. Your Honor, he moved here to Georgia to apply to join the military. He's still in the process of going through that, Your Honor. And we understand the trepidations that Judge Law or that Your Honor may have today for Mr. White. But what we are simply asking for at this time is for Mr. White, because he does not have significant family or anyone who can help bond him out from the outside. We're asking that his bond be converted from a surety bond to a bond through the sheriff's 10% program. He does have the money himself. I'm not sure on his books where he's able to pay that himself. If it goes through the sheriff's 10% program, he can pay that directly to the bonding desk here at the jail. So we're just asking to convert his $1,500 bond from a good bond, a surety bond, into a bond through the sheriff's 10% program. He understands he'll have to be under pretrial supervision. We would ask for a level 1 supervision for Mr. White.
Did Judge Law order that he be evaluated by a social worker?
No, I believe it was the order involved to stay away unless receiving medical treatment. I didn't see anything about a social worker.
There seems to be something that I am concerned about going up.
I can double check.
No, that you're fine, Mrs. Walker, if you don't, if it's not there, but I'm concerned that he doesn't have that he won't have anywhere to go once he gets out. I will have a social worker visit with him to assess for BHET. And I will put him back on the calendar for the 26th to get that accomplished, and it'll go back before Judge Law so that she can consider amending her bond. But I do think that he should have a social worker visit with him before I convert the bond.
Understood, sir.
All right. So let's put him down for the 26th.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Number 30, Antonio Hunt.
Negotiated plea, is that correct? Your case, Mr. White?
It is, Judge.
It will be a negotiated plea?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Good morning, Mr. Hunt. I'm Judge Eric Mara. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you please raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Mr. Sirocco?
Thank you, Judge. For the criminal trespass, state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. That's from June 3rd of this year to present. Balance probated, 60 hours community service, no further contact with either Barbara Lammons, Lammons, and no further contact with Michael Lammons. Stay away from 425 10th Street Northeast Atlanta. And we would ask the defense stipulate to factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea, and sound for the victims at this time.
If the Lammers are on the line and wish to address the court, now is your opportunity. Does not appear so. Mr. White?
Your Honor, we do stipulate for the purpose of the plea, ask you accept the plea as negotiated, and then just ask the probation terminate upon completion of the community service.
We would ask to go non-reporting. Non-reporting's fine, but we would object to termination. They were in this person's house, these people's house, Judge, this defendant was. It sounded like a very tense situation, very scary situation for them. So we would object to the termination.
Okay. Mr. Hunt, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003150Y, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Hunt. When you complete the terms, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and have to pay those fines, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Hunt.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Up next,
Third, 20 and 21, Figaro.
Your Honor, that's going to be a negotiated plea.
hey, this is position 20 and 21, Mr. Figaro. Good morning. Sir, can you, Judge Eric Morrow, this is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? The other hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
This
Yes,
one,
yes.
Your Honor, can you let me know which position?
Yes, 20 and 21.
Yes, Your Honor. And I do apologize. I am doing double duty right now, so.
I understand. No worries, Ms.
Thank you for the assistance. On this case, Your Honor, on the criminal trespass, the state's recommendation is 12 months served, 90 days, credit for time served 26 days, from April 26th to April 28th of 2025 and May 26th of 2025 until today. Balance probated, no further contact with Trevor Kane. Stay away from 232 Boulevard, 134 Carroll Street, and 228 Boulevard. 40 hours of community service and MHET. Count 2 will merge with count 1. Count 3 will be 12 months concurrent with count 1. Position 21 will be 12 months served 90 days. Credit for time served 26 days. Balance probated. Stay away from the same locations. 40 hours community service, MHET, concurrent with 25002979J. And count 2 will be 12 months concurrent with count 1. We do ask the defense stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea. And we would like to sound for the victim in this case, which is Mr. Trevor Kane.
If Mr. Kane is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Mr. White?
Your Honor, we do stipulate for the purpose of the plea, as the plea is negotiated, we would ask the probation terminated or non-reporting.
State doesn't object to non-reporting.
Does he need any assistance, Mr. White, with housing or anything of that nature that, I don't want to set him up to fail if he does.
He does, Judge, and I'm gonna have the social worker, she's here, speak with him when we're done.
Okay. I'm also gonna give him some time to get on his feet, so that he can get a place to live, if need be. So, yes, Mr. Figueroa, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002979J, you wish to plead guilty to 2 counts of criminal trespass. And in case 25 CR 002188J, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and loitering and prowling. Is that right? Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning? You have to speak up for me.
No.
You've been represented by Mr. White there. Are you happy with what he's done for you?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up those that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
Forced me to come in.
Is that a no?
No.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Figueroa. I am going to waive 3 months of the probation fees to help you both get on your feet and get through the terms of the probation. Once you complete the terms, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So if you get it done within those first 3 months, that'll help you out with having to pay those fees. Okay? All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thirty-one Mark Jackson.
Also a negotiated plea.
That's correct, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Jackson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, thank you. You can place your hand down. Mr. Sirocco?
Thank you, Judge. The state's recommendation for this case on count 1, 12-month probation, concurrent with count 2, $300 fine, and 40 hours of community service. On count two, 12 months served, 34 days, credit for time served, 17 days, and that is from June 1st of this year to present. Balance probated and a $1,000 fine on that. We asked the defense stipulate to factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And that is all for the state.
Right.
Your Honor, we stipulate for the purpose of the plea, says that you accept the sentence as recommended by the state and ask that the probation terminate once he pays his fine and does his community service.
No objection from the state on that.
Okay. Mr. Jackson, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 0031111A, you wish to plead guilty to acquiring a license plate for purpose of concealing the identification of a motor vehicle and driving while your license was suspended or revoked. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. When you complete the terms, the probation will terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Position 1 and 2, Bronson.
This is on the add-on calendar, I believe. Negotiated plea, is that right?
Yes, Judge, that's correct.
Good morning, Mr. Brunson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? There you go. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Speak up for me. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Brunson. You can place your hand down. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. The recommendation for position 1 is 12 months served, 40 days, credit for time served, 20 days. That is from May 27th, 2025 until today. Balance suspended, stay away from all Georgia Tech properties. Position 2, the criminal trespass is 12 months served, 40 days, credit for time served, 20 days. Balance probated, stay away from all Georgia Tech properties. Count 2, the willful obstruction, 12 months concurrent with count 1 and a $300 fine. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of this plea. That's all for the state.
Thank you, Your Honor. That is, defense stipulates that is our understanding of what the state's recommendation was. Mr. Brunson does intend to plead guilty today. We would just ask whether the state would object to probation terminating upon payment of a fine.
We don't object to non-report.
Non-reporting is okay with us as well.
Okay. Mr. Brunson, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003024E, you wish to plead guilty to loitering and prowling. And in case 25 CR 003061E, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Brunson. When you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go to a non-reporting status. And the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and have to pay those fees, okay?
Yes.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Hold on for a minute. Position number 37.
Also a negotiated plea?
Yes, Judge, that is correct.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Pepe. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Mr. Sirocco.
Thank you, Judge. For the theft by shoplifting, the state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 36 days, credit for time served 18 days. That is from May 31st, 2025 to present. Balance probated, complete an anti-theft course, $500 fine, and stay away from the target at 375 18th Street, Northwest Atlanta, with 40 hours community service. We ask the defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
And defense so stipulates, that is our understanding of what the state's recommendation was. Mr. Pepe does intend to plead guilty this morning, Your Honor. We would just ask, if possible, for Mr. Pepe to have the fees associated with probation waived, at least for the first 3 months, and that the probation become non-reporting upon payment of the fine, completion of community service.
Does he need the fine to be community service as opposed to a fine?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so it'll be a total of 90 hours of community service and the anti-theft class.
And the state would just state for the record that this is that $500 fine, the statutory, it would be statutory. He has 2 theft by shoplifting NOLOs, one from 2024 and one from 2025.
If he's having financial difficulty, I'm not going to set him up for failure, so I'm going to allow him to do the community service as opposed to paying a fine in this matter. So you ready for me, Mr. Pepe?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my understanding, Mr. Pepe, that in case 25 CR 003113B, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting, is that correct?
Yeah.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right? Is that a yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Does he need help with housing at all, counsel?
Yes, he does,
I
Judge.
do. I do.
Oh, okay, so we'll have a social worker visit with you, Mr. Pepe, so that we can assist you with that. I will also waive the first 3 months of the probation so that you can get on your feet. And if you get everything done within that first 3 months, I'm going to have the probation go to a non-reporting status. So if you get it all done within the first 3 months, you won't have to pay any fees, okay?
God bless you.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Number 2, Anderson. Sir, don't do that.
What are we doing with Mr. Anderson this morning?
Your Honor, we're asking that Mr. Anderson's case be dismissed due to the violation of statute of limitations. The incident date is from September 16th of 2019, and the case was just accused this year. 6 years almost.
Let's see, I think that Mr. Sirocco fell off.
Your Honor, this is actually my case. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. So we took the additional step of looking into the defendant's location during the time of this incident and subsequent, actually from 2019 until 2025, according to the location report that we ran on this defendant with his addresses. He was located in South Carolina and was at a residence of South Carolina for the entirety of the time that this statute of limitations was running. Therefore, we added the tolling language in counts 1 and counts 2 that is required under the code section that we put to include to toll the statute that he is not usually and publicly a resident within this state. If the defense wishes to file a motion challenging that accusation, they're more than welcome to, but the language is in there tolling the statute from September 16th, 2019 until the date of this filing.
And when did you run this location?
We ran the location report the day he was arrested, June 2nd, 2025.
Okay.
And it showed that the defendant was in continuously had addresses and was located within the state of South Carolina. I can give the addresses if you would like, Your Honor, on the record.
It's okay. My point is, but the case has been, he was arrested almost 6 years ago, and now you decide to look to see where he is and use the case when you could have done that 5-6 years ago, figure out what he was and accuse the case. I mean, it's not like he's on the run or you need you can directly accuse his case at any.
Well, all that is required by the statute is that we show that he was not publicly a resident within the state, which we have done. He was actually not arrested 6 years ago. He was arrested on June 2nd. Once we ran the TLO report and saw that he was not usually and publicly a resident within this state, according to the statute, we did add that tolling language into the accusation, which is required by the law.
In custody on something besides these 2 charges?
Judge, if I could have just a minute.
Okay.
Judge, he did do about 70 days at one point in South Carolina, a suspended license, and he tells me that's all that he's been incarcerated for.
Okay, I'm gonna let you all fight that out at a different time, so let me see. I'm trying to figure out if he is only in custody on these charges. If that's the case, I'll consider some type of bond reduction so that you can come back and if necessary, come back and deal with your motion, Mr. White. So,
Judge, that was going to be my next question, if we could get a signature bond. Considering the age of the case.
Okay, what's his current bond?
It is a $3,000 bond.
And that surety bond was set by Your Honor on June 2nd of 2025 with no further contact with Shaquilla Bentley and stay away from 5882 Village Loop. I can put the defendant's history on the record. I think that may have played a factor in Your Honor's bond recommendation.
And tell me how the bond is broken down, please.
Your Honor, the bond is broken down $2,000 on the battery, $1,000 on the simple battery.
And the history?
The defendant's history is, let's see, pull this up. Let's see. The defendant is a multi-state offender. He has 3 cycles out of North Carolina. The most recent was a larceny of motor vehicle from 2020 that was dismissed, resisting an officer in 2019. I am not seeing a disposition on that one. And a resisting public officer in 2016 with no disposition. The bulk of the defendant's history is out of South Carolina, where he has 21 cycles. The most recent was a May 8th, 2025 domestic violence in the 2nd degree arrest. He has a multiple failure to appear arrests January 14th of 2025 from South Carolina, a January 13th, 2025, hindering in public drunk arrest, a June 8th, 2024, public disorderly conviction, theft by shoplifting conviction, June 4th of 2024, May 8th of 2024, it says non-conviction for larceny, December 1st, 2023, conviction for shoplifting, October 18th, 2023, conviction for shoplifting and driving under suspended license, a 2022 conviction for burglary in the second degree, a 2022 conviction for assault and battery in the first degree on September 28th of 2022. Would you like me to keep going? He also has a harassment and stalking conviction on October 25th of 2022 and a failure to appear in August of 2017, resisting arrest in 2015. So that's, and defrauding a hotel or boarding house in 2015. So that's what he's had in the last 10 years, all out of South Carolina.
Ms. Falk. Mr. White?
Yeah, our argument remains the same. I mean, based on the age of the case and the likelihood of success at trial alone, we think this deserves a signature bond. I didn't hear any convictions for any violence.
Actually, I can repeat the convictions for violence that he did have.
I thought you said arrest.
No, he actually does have convictions for violence as well. He had let me go back. He did have that domestic violence arrest in 2025, but he also had a conviction for assault and battery in the first degree, September 28th of 2022. He had a conviction for harassment in the first degree, harassment in the second degree, and stalking, October 25th of 2022. And those were those convictions.
Also, given the age of the case, given that it was a time served recommendation, it's my understanding from the state, I'm going to convert the surety bond to a signature bond through pretrial level 3. So it will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 3 for the battery, $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 3 for the simple battery. No further contact with Ms. Bentley. Stay away from her residential address. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. I'll give him the opportunity to argue those motions before the division judge. When he appears before whomever that will be. Mr. Anderson, let me just warn you that if you do, I'm giving you the opportunity to get out, you're going to be on a pretrial. If you do not report to pretrial, or if you do not show up for your next scheduled hearing, this bond will be withdrawn, and I will not give your signature bond if you miss a court date. Understand me?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, so make sure that you provide the clerk with your proper address. Make sure that if you move from that address, that you stay in touch with the court to let them know of any changes of address, because that will not be taken into consideration if you come back before me, because I'm telling you directly myself that you need to make sure you stay in touch with the court, okay?
All right.
All right, good luck to you.
Number 24, Haddock.
Sorry, tell me again.
Eddie Haddock, judge, position 25.
I'm sorry.
It's inverted on, no, it's kind of inverted on the calendar.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yes, and what are we doing with Mr. Haddock today?
The negotiated plea, judge.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Haddock. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you please raise your right hand for me, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. On the criminal trespass, the state's recommendation is 12 months served 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. June 2nd, 2025 until today. Balance suspended. Stay away from all MARTA per the permanent ban. And count 2 is 12 months concurrent with count 1. That's all for the state. We ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea.
We stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Judge. Nothing further.
Mr. Haddock, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003146C, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and certain acts on a bus, rail station prohibited. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
I understand, Your Honor.
Has anybody forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Haddock, you understand that you can't go back to MARTA. If you do, they're gonna arrest you again and you'll be right back where you are. So stay away from MARTA, okay?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. All right. Thank you, Mr. Haddock. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Number 35, Mr. Lynn Simpson.
And it should be a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Mr. Lynn. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You can place your hand down. Mr. Sirocco?
Thank you, Judge. Can you hear me all right? I'm on a new device here.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you, Mr. Sirocco.
Okay. For this, the theft by shoplifting, the state's recommendation is 12 months served 32 days, credit for time served 16 days. That is from June 2nd of 2025 to present. Balance probated. Anti-theft course, $500 fine, and that is on account of prior theft by shoplifting conviction. Stay away from Family Dollar at 3031 Main Street in East Point. We would ask the defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
And defense stipulates that is our understanding of what the state's offer was. Mr. Simpson does plan to plead guilty this morning. And just to be clear for the court and the state, it's printed as Lynn, last name Lynn, first name Simpson. This gentleman before the court today is last name Simpson, first name Lynn.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Simpson, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003133A, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and if by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Simpson. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Simpson.
All right. Thank you, sir. You have a nice
You do the same.
Your Honor, we holding on position add-on 3 and 4 and position number 47 on the regular calendar. Taking on them right now.
Okay.
Judge, while we're holding, do you mind if I ask the PDs? I'm looking at the announcements and there are numbers missing, so I'm not sure what is happening with certain positions. After 2 on the announcements, there's nothing until number 11.
After 2, it was 2, we did position 5 was a plea.
So position number 3 and 4.
That's conflict case.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not used to the announcements looking like this, so I'm kind of, okay.
7, 8, 9, and 10 are also conflict.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
No worries. I do have a couple of updates. Position 12, Mr. Brenton, we want to reset to 624.
26, please, Mr. White. The 24th is already full.
Okay. Position 22, 23. We need to reset to the competency calendar. Social worker spoke with them this morning, and so whichever one you want to, I'm not sure what date that would be, but
The 26th.
the 26th, is that soon enough, Kim? Too soon, Kim? This one?
You want to do the next week?
She said 26 is good.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. That's it.
What about position 26, Tyrone Harris?
Judge, this case has been disposed of in, I believe this is Division E. That would be Judge Morrison. Is it E? Is that correct?
It was Edie, and it was a dead docket, Judge, on the 10th of this month.
Okay. Thank you.
On your honor, position.
Was that for, are you saying, was that for both cases or was it just for one of them?
It was for both.
Both cases.
Okay.
Positions 28 and 29.
Mr. Hennig has not appeared. I was not able to see him yesterday. We'll figure it out. I'll get back to the judge. Yeah, bullshit. Hennig.
38 and 39.
38 and 39.
They were released.
Yes.
Those should have been the 1/8s, but they were released.
No. 38 and 39. I got 28 and 29 and 30. We're still working on 28, 29, 30 and 39 released.
42.
Released.
Okay. 43. Reset 1 week. Is that?
We do verify that, Your Honor.
It's going to be reset to the 26th.
Yeah.
Okay.
43 and 44 is reset for next week's competency calendar.
Seven.
Was that 37, Judge? What number was that?
47.
47.
47, we are waiting on Ms. Williams to be produced, and then I need just a minute to speak with her.
Okay. And did we say what about position 5, Charles Barnett?
Position 4, position 3 as well, Your Honor.
So yes, we're holding on Mr. Baker, position 3 and 4. That's my
I haven't
understanding.
been able to speak with him yet, Your Honor.
Okay. And
5, Your Honor, should be a plea. I think we're waiting on Mr. Barnett to be produced as well.
okay. And does that cover everybody, Ms. Strong?
Yes, sir, I believe so. Yes, sir. Wait, I'm sorry.
What did we say about 15, Dennis?
That should have been a conflict, I believe, Your Honor. Which one? Franklin Dennis, 15.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't spoken to him.
okay, so if he's produced, we'll need for Ms. McLeod to speak with him as well. And position 16, all the charges were null pros, is that right?
That is my understanding, Judge.
You signed them, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
And 28 and 29, Mr. Hennig on his way, Judge.
Okay. Okay, so Ms. McLeod will need to speak with her clients. I guess we'll be in recess until they bring someone.
And Your Honor, Miss Williams
You can call me.
ready for a negotiated plea.
Say it again for me, please.
Position 47, Ms. Williams is ready for a negotiated plea.
Okay, very good. Yes, good morning, Ms. Williams. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Mr. Sirocco.
Yes, Judge, for the loiter prowl, the state's recommendation is 12 months served 60 days, credit for time served 30 days. That is from May 19th of 25 to present, balance suspended. Stay away from 377 Grant Street Southeast in Atlanta, and no further contact with Jenna Colvin. We would ask the defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea, and that the court sound for Ms. Colvin at this time.
Ms. Colvin's on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so.
And Your Honor, so stipulates that is our understanding what the state's offer was. Ms. Williams does intend to plead guilty this morning.
Ms. Williams, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 002784Y, you wish to plead guilty to loitering and prowling. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the
Yes,
influence of any?
I'm guilty.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Williams. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Okay, what happened today?
They're gonna book you out. You should be released within the next 24 hours.
Hey, what can I do like this? Stretch my hands out to myself because I can't do it to nobody. like I'm gonna do something. Okay, I just play it. Thanks, okay.
Up to you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, well, I know that's right. I've been wrong with that. Okay.
So Reggie.
Court will be in recess until we have someone that's ready. Williams. Ms. Strong, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
While we're waiting, since we only have a few more, do you want to just go ahead and go over the calendar?
Sure. Yes. 1 second, guys. 3 or 4. Oh, okay. Position number 1 was released. Position number 2 was an amended bond with a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 3. Positions 3 and 4 were holding on, correct?
Yes.
Okay. 5 we're holding on.
Yes.
6 we're holding on.
No, that was reset, I believe, to
Oh.
the competency calendar.
Oh, this one was? I'm sorry, I missed that. For BD?
626.
Thank you. Thank you. 7 and 8 were released. 9 was a plea. 10 was null pros. 11 waived arraignment. 12 is reset for next Thursday, June the 26th. My apologies. 13 and 14 waived arraignment. 15 were holding on. 16 and 17 were null pros. 18 and 19 waived arraignment. 20 and 21 were plea. 22 and 23 are reset for next Thursday's competency calendar. 25, 24, and 25 are plea. 26 and 27 were dead docket. 28, did we say we're holding on, Mr. Hennig, or was that reset? Holding?
We're holding on it.
Okay, thank you. 30 and 31 were plea. 32 waived arraignment. 33 was released. 34 is reset for next Thursday's SAP calendar. 35, 36, and 37 all were a plea. 38 and 39 were released. 40 was a plea. 41 is null pros. 42 was released. 43 is reset for next Thursday's SAP calendar, along with his 2 other cases that were on the recommendation calendar. 44 is reset for next Thursday's competency calendar. 45 is reset for next Thursday's SAP calendar with the social worker visit. 46 is reset for next Thursday's SAP calendar. 47 was a plea. 48 is reset for next Thursday's SAP calendar, as well as number 49. And 50 was a plea. On the add-on calendar, positions 1 and 2 were a plea. 3 and 4, are we?
Holding, I believe.
That's him?
Okay.
Okay, and position number 5 is being returned back to the division.
Thank you. And this is Mr. Edwards.
That's correct, Judge.
And what are we doing, Mr. Edwards?
It's going to be a negotiated plea, Judge. We had worked this out a little over a week ago or so, and he was unable for some reason to come to court, and we reset it today. So.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Edwards. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Will you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yeah. Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. And Edward, position number 3 on the criminal trespass will be a time served. That is 112 days, credit for time served 56 days from June 13th to July 21st of 2023 and June 1st of 2025 until today. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea, and we will be entering a null pros on position 4 upon the acceptance of this plea. That's all for the state.
We stipulate for the purpose of plea, Judge, nothing further.
Edwards, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 003778J, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes,
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
no, ma'am.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Good luck to you, Mr. Edwards.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Oh,
I know we have a number that are on the DV bench warrant calendar. I take it that you all don't. Do you have any numbers for those people, or have you talked to any of them? No?
not at this point, Judge.
Okay. I'll
Miss-
wait till they get on the line.
I'm not sure that if I made the announcement for position 28 and 29, Mr. Henning, it's going to be a waiver.
Okay, thank you. So we are waiting on positions 3 and 4, Baker, position 5, Barnett, and position 15, Dennis. Ms. Young, I saw you there. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Do you have the numbers to any of the DV bench warrant people that you can call and ask them maybe to jump on a bit early for us?
Yes, sir, I can do that. I know one called in, so
Okay.
for the SAP link this morning. Yes, sir, I'll get on that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Be in recess until someone joins them.
Judge, one of the positions on the DV bench warrant is in custody, so Mr. Ingram, so we'll just add him to next Thursday's SAP calendar if he's still in.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Barnett.
Position number 15, Mr. Dennis, he's gonna be a reset, he refused to come out.
Okay,
So we're still waiting on position number 5, Mr. Barnett.
and what about 3 and 4?
Oh.
Your Honor, I'm hoping they can find him, Mr. Baker, because it appears that this plea offer would allow him to get out within the next 24 hours.
Stand by.
No,
Stand by.
no,
It won't?
he has, serious felony hold.
Okay.
I actually represented him.
So, Ms. Strong, we'll reset position 15, Mr. Dennis, to that 6/26 calendar.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Based on what Mr. White is saying, it appears that my client has felony holds, Your Honor. I was not aware of that.
That's great, Judge, position 3 or 4.
I'm sorry?
Okay.
Barnett.
So would you, given that he has a hold, would you like to reset that, Ms. McLeod? Or see if we
Yes,
can
Your
get-
Honor, we could do that. You know, my concern was that I thought he would have been able to get out, but since he is not going to be able to get out, then it's not urgent.
Okay. So, we will reset him to 6/26 as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So I guess the only one from the 9 o'clock calendar that we're holding on is Mr. Position 5, Charles Barnett.
He's here, Judge,
Okay, very good.
and this is a negotiated plea and ready whenever you are.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Barnett. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video, sir. Can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
That's cool.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, Ms. Falk.
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommendation on this case is on the criminal trespass. 12 months served, 36 days, credit for time served, 18 days from May 31st, 2025 until today. Balance suspended, stay away from the Georgia Tech property. Count 2 will merge with count 1. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
So stipulated, Judge. As you said, it's negotiated.
Mr. Barnett, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 003099D, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are
Yes,
you
sir.
under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Listen to my question. Has anyone forced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Barnett. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I believe that completes the 9 o'clock calendar. I see that we have on the line, Mr. Cruz. Mr. White, are you going to represent Mr. Cruz this morning?
I am,
Position
Judge.
1. Okay, good morning, Mr. Cruz. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the DV bench warrant calendar. Thank you for joining us a bit early this morning.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. White.
Judge, I will need to speak with him if he could, listen. Call, 404 613,
No, 612.
I'm sorry, 612-2060.
Okay, do you have a device that you can call on, Mr. Cruz?
Yes, 1 second. Let me grab my other phone real quick. Uh, You said that number is 404-612?
612
612-2060.
2060.
So just mute the mic and camera and come
Yes,
Yeah.
back?
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
And I see that we have the Mr. Orthwine on the line with us. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I am, sir.
Yes, good morning. Are you represented by Attorney Gage, is that right?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so I will wait for him to get on the line and we'll take up your case, okay?
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you. Just wanted to acknowledge that you were there. We'll be with you as soon as he arrives.
Sorry, Judge. Can I get that number one more time? 404-612?
Courtroom 2?
He's probably waiting on my call. I tried to dial it in.
2060.
2060. All right, thank you.
Okay, I see that we have an LRK that has joined us as well. Can you identify yourself, ma'am? Are you Miss Shurton?
Might be
No.
Miss Johnson. I just got off the phone with her.
I'm sorry, Miss Young. Say it again.
This may be Miss Kenosha Johnson. I just got off the phone with her.
Oh, okay. Is this Miss Johnson?
Yes.
Okay, good morning, Miss Johnson.
I don't know how
I'm
to change my name. I'm sorry.
okay, you're fine. I just needed to know who you were. I appreciate it. I'm gonna have you speak with a public defender as soon as they are available. So if you will just hold on the line for me, we'll be with you, okay?
Okay, no problem.
In your honor, reached out to Miss Sheraton and I received no answer.
Okay, thank you, Miss Young. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. White.
Your Honor, I'm ready for Mr. Cruz whenever you are.
Okay, Mr. Cruz, are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and activate your camera for me. Yes, thank you, sir. Good morning again. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the DV bench warrant calendar. Ms. Falk, I take it that Mr. Cruz missed the court date?
Actually, Your Honor, that's what myself and the clerk's office were discussing. He hasn't missed a court date. I'm not sure why he's on the DV bench warrant calendar, but it does look like he has a pretrial services warrant, which Ms. Strong is assisting me by looking into because I can't see the warrants.
Yeah, I can see the warrant number, and that's what the warrant on there is for, but he did not miss an actual court date. It looks like he may have missed reporting to pretrial, and Judge Law signed off on a warrant for, I guess, pretrial asked for the warrant because he never reported.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
Mr. White, I was just answering Ms. Falk's question.
Thank you, Ms. Strong.
And Judge, that is correct. That's what took a few more minutes than usual to talk to him, is I haven't had this happen before, and I was like, no, you must have missed court date. But we got it worked out, and that is exactly what happened, judges. He misunderstood basically how he was supposed to. He didn't realize that he was literally supposed to report the pretrial. He's actually been calling the clerk's office every couple of weeks to make sure he doesn't miss a court date. But he was given a signature bond, and he has actually been doing the DVIP, which he was required to do under his signature bond. He's in 18. He's done either the 18th week or the 18th week is coming up. I've explained to him that he has to actually call pretrial. He did receive a notice from them after the fact. And so he understands going forward. We don't expect this to happen. We would just ask that you keep a signature bond and state it through pretrial. He is doing the right thing, and he hasn't missed an actual court date. So,
Okay, so Ms. Washington, are you with me there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, what do I need to do to, I'll need to make sure that Mr. Cruz needs to know exactly what he needs to do from pretrial. Are you able to access his record of what he's missed from pretrials?
Yes, so I believe that we were not able to make initial contact. I think they tried to reach out to him in January, and I don't know if they didn't have the right number, but I see here that he did come to the pretrial officer, I guess, in person, and they told him all of the information, and the officer informed Mr. Cruz that he did have an active bench warrant, and that he needed to follow up with his attorney. So I believe at some point he did try to make contact, but I'm not sure exactly what happened. But I do, if you would like to put him on pretrial again, that will be up to you. But I do have a number that he could call if that's what you were
Yes.
choosing to do.
Yes, I'd like to put him back on pretrial. I'd like to withdraw that warrant. So I'm going to give you that opportunity one time, Mr. Cruz. I understand that you might have been confused. So I'm going to put you back on to pretrial, but you'll need to make sure to report. Do you have that number for me, Ms. Washington?
I do. I have it. I can give it to you, and I'll also put it in the chat. Give me one moment. Let me pull it up for you. It's 404-613-3801. And I'm not sure exactly who will be his pretrial officer, but I believe it was Miss Hayes at the time, so I don't know if it will get reassigned to her. So that's a name that they can mention.
Okay. Did you get that, Mr. Cruz? You're on mute there.
I was gonna ask what was the last 404-613-3801?
correct.
Yes, 404-613-3801, and it's in the chat too.
Yeah, it just popped up.
All right. So make sure that you call and stay in touch, Mr. Cruz.
All right, I'll be calling it right now.
Okay. All right. Very good. So, Ms. Washington, do we need to get a set aside for that warrant, or can someone get that to me so I can get that signed?
I'm not sure. I don't do set aside, so I don't know if that would be an officer of the court's job. I don't do set asides.
There's someone in your office? Well, is anyone managing him that can get that done for me?
I believe the PD or the AS, you all would need to give us an order from what I understand. So it would have to be an attorney, or I don't set aside bench warrants. I believe that comes from the court.
Well, I'm not sure, but I know that I've gotten set asides or things that you all have gotten to me where you want me to withdraw a warrant before from pretrial. But Mr. White, can you follow up on that for me, please?
Yes, Judge, and basically just a bench warrant set aside that we would normally do for this calendar. Is that adequate? Because
It's a pretrial warrant, so I'm under the impression that someone in pretrial would generate that.
I have
And
never done a bench warrant set aside. From what I understand, that's supposed to be someone else's. I don't know who does it. So I have no idea, but I can reach out to see who is supposed to complete that. But normally the judge just says, hey, this is bench warrant is set aside. And I don't know what happens after that. So
Would you get in touch with your supervisor, please, and ask her, because I know that I've gotten those from your office before where they've requested that I set aside a bench warrant that you all have issued. So follow up on that for me so that I can make sure that I get the right set aside signed.
and Judge, Mr. Cruz, free to go.
Yes. Good luck to you, Mr. Cruz.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr.
You're
White.
welcome.
No worries.
Mr. White, Ms. Johnson also showed up. I'll need for you to speak with her as well.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, can we get her the number to call, please?
All right, Ms. Johnson, can you call me at 404-612-2060, 2060?
I'm sorry.
Can you call me at 404?
I don't have to take it down. I have 404.
404-612-2060.
8060. Okay, got it. I'm about to call you now.
Did you say 8060?
Yes.
No, it's 2060, 2060. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
All right, thank you. Yes, good morning, Mr. Gage.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You're here on Mr. Orthwine?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe he's getting his video started. There he is.
Okay, very good. Good morning. This is the DV bench warrant calendar. Let's see. Ms. Falk, I take it that a court date was missed?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Orthwine missed the court date let's see, plea and arraignment, June 5th of 2025. It says neither attorney nor defendant appeared on that date. And that was before Judge Richardson.
Yes, Mr. Gage.
Yes, Judge, this is a combination of errors on both our parts. I think as to Mr. Orthwine, he is in the same apartment complex, but had changed his actual apartment. I think he conveyed that to Officer Johnson with pretrial, but nothing was filed with the clerk's office. I've since filed a change of address to make sure he gets notices. As to me, from time to time, I've had this happen three times where my mailroom sort, for whatever reason, the notice doesn't get into my hands. So I did not know. As soon as I found out that he had missed it, I contacted the court and filed for this calendar, Judge. I filed discovery motions back in October on this case, but I have since filed a waiver of arraignment as well with the court.
Okay, so just so you know, Mr. Orthwine, I appreciate that you did file it with pretrial, but they do not update your address. It's up to you to update your address with the clerk to make sure that they have the proper address. Given that you are, what I normally do in this court is I give you one opportunity to miss a court date. So this will be your opportunity. If you miss another court date, the bench warrant won't be set aside. But I'll set it aside on this occasion. Mr. Gage, if you'll get that prepared for me and get it to the clerk, and that'll be Ms. Strong today. I'll get that signed and entered.
Okay, great. I do have an order prepared, and Ms. Strong, is there an email address you can maybe direct message me that I can send that to?
Yes, sir, I'm about to put it back in the chat. Just give me one moment.
Thank you so much. And Judge, after I get that address, that does conclude my business, if I may be excused. Thank you.
Both free to go. Good luck to you, Mr. Orthwein.
Thank you so much.
Your
Well,
Honor, is
yes.
that is also a pretrial bench warrant as well? Is that what you're?
That's not just it's a pretrial and a regular bench warrant. So has he not been showing up to pretrial, Ms. Washington, Mr. Orthwein?
That's not my understanding at all, Judge. That in fact, he has been communicating with pretrial. The only thing I saw on the docket was a bench warrant issued via Judge Richardson. I'm not frankly sure what the difference is between pretrial and a bench warrant issued by the judge. I mean, I would
Well, if they're not showing up for pretrial, they'll issue a pretrial bench warrant. If they're not showing up for a calendar for the division judge will issue a bench warrant. So Ms. Strong, do you have?
This is this warrant was issued by Judge Richardson for him missing court at the beginning of the month.
Okay, thank you.
All right, very good.
Actually, Miss Washington, if you don't mind, I am curious. Are you showing anything that says he did not report to pretrial?
I'm not seeing anything where he didn't show. I see no new arrests, but I'm not seeing, and I see that there was some communication with the attorney a few days ago, but I'm in regards to updating an address, but I don't see any missed communications.
Okay, I was just curious. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you all. You are free to go.
Appreciate it.
So Mr. White, are you back with me? You ready for Miss Johnson?
I am, Judge.
Okay. So Mr. Sirocco, I'll take it that Miss Johnson missed a court date.
Yes, Judge. So there was, at least most recently, a jury trial calendar date. That was May 28th before Judge Besson, which she failed to appear on. There's no return to sender notice on file. But beyond that, this was, I think originally there appears to be an FTA for plea and arraignment on January 8th, where there was a return to sender notice on file a few days prior to that. It was set for an inquiry calendar on January 30th, on which date the bench warrant was set aside. The address was changed prior to that on the 23rd of January. So she knew, yeah, at the very least at that point, she needed to keep her address current. But the most recent one is the 28th of last month.
Right.
Your Honor, I'm not sure what the issue was early on in the case. I know that for the 28th, so I guess she'd never got notice on the first one. So, I mean, I don't think we can hold that against her. On this case, or this time, he received her notice and then lost it and didn't remember the date. I explained to her that you have got to call the clerk's office and they can give you that from now on. Her address is updated in the system. I've also told her that she can call every couple of weeks to make sure that she won't miss court again. But so we would just have to set the bench warrant aside.
The state would object to that. Judge, this would be her second time failing to appear before Judge Besson. She's already been given a second chance. She knows what she needs to do and hasn't done it, and didn't receive a third. Also, I see a prior FTA 2024. So really, this is the third time she's failed to appear for a criminal case recently.
Well, that's not this case. And we addressed before, she didn't receive notice. She didn't fail to appear because it wasn't her. They set aside that warrant because she didn't receive notice. So I don't think that should be held against her, Judge.
Okay. So Ms. Johnson, let me unmute there for me.
Yes.
So if you receive a notice and you know that you need to be in court and something happens, you need to let someone know. You need to call the clerk. You need to follow up with it. You just don't need to go missing because you know that if you got a notice that they're going to be waiting for you. And with most of these division judges, they just don't notice you. If it's a jury trial, they notice everybody in your case. So everybody shows up. So you have inconvenienced police officers that could have been on the street. You have inconvenienced any witnesses that have come down to testify on your case. You have inconvenienced the whole staff of people because you were inconsiderate enough not to follow up on your own charges. That's just unacceptable. You understand me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I'm going to give you one more opportunity. You're going to be noticed for another jury trial. If you don't show up next time, then the bench warrant will not be set aside. I'm not going to hold the first one against you, so I'm going to count this as your first time. But if you miss another one, the bench warrant's not going to be set aside. Just think of other people. You know, it's just not yourself. There are a whole host of people that are there for this case.
Right.
Okay. So, Mr. White, if you'll prepare that set aside, we will get it signed and entered. And if you, Ms. Johnson, if you ever, stay in touch with the court, if you change addresses again, make sure to update the court the first thing that you do. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day, Ms. Johnson.
You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Let's see, position number 5, did Jasmine Shurton join us? I don't believe so. I know that Ms. Young did try to contact her and did not get any response. So that bench warrant will remain active. And I believe that concludes the 11 o'clock calendar. All right, nothing more. Thank you all. I will see
I have
you.
one question for Ms. Falk.
Okay, yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Ingram is on this bench calendar, but he is in custody now. Did you want that FTA and that 25 CR case added to the 26?
Yes, please.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Young.
You're welcome.
Okay. We'll see y'all next time. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Judge.